My hair is all fucked up. God damn. Well, I am back from jail. Spent the last fucking 3 weeks in there. Was only supposed to be in there for 2 days. So, that's great. Um, just got back earlier today. I'm on a bracelet right now for the next week. I don't know if you can see that. I'm basically on house arrest for a week, and then I'm a free man. Because I had a 40-day sentence. Was only supposed to spend 2 days in jail, and then 38 days on a monitor. Ended up spending 3 weeks in jail. And because of good time, that 40 days turned into a month, 30 days. And I basically got a week left. And spent 3 weeks in jail, and now I'm going to be on a monitor for a week. And then I'm a free man. However, I do have to blow into this portable breathalyzer 4 times a day, and I'm about to blow into it for my final time today. So basically, this is how it works. You turn it on, and I have to submit a test. Wait for it to... Fuck. My stick fell out. Please try again. Probably because the stick fell out. Please try again. The fuck? I don't know why this ain't working now. What the fuck? Dude, it's like turning off. The back vent is black. Please try again. What do you mean the back vent is black? Well, it wasn't doing this before. I was able to fucking sufficiently do it. There we go. Jesus fucking Christ. Bugged breathalyzer, dude. And now it's sending the test. I can pull the stick out. And after, it says 60 seconds, but roughly it's like less than that, like 30 maybe. It should say test, sent. They called me earlier, it was funny, and they were like, hey, there hasn't been any detection on your, monitor. Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just sitting at my computer. And they're like, oh, well, fucking shake your leg every once in a while so we know that you're alive, because we had someone who died on the monitor before, and we wanted to make sure you weren't dead, basically. And I was like, oh, okay. So, every once in a while I'm just sitting down, on my chair, I gotta fucking shake my fucking leg so they know I'm a fucking alive. So that's great. But no, I was only supposed to spend 2 days in jail, and then the rest on a monitor. But in order to get on the monitor, I had to have a clean UA, urine analysis test, which I did. The second day I got there, I did a test. It was clean. Then the next day, and the first test was conducted by my CO at the time. Each day you get like a different CO. Well, not each day, but like every couple days you pretty much get. Sometimes every day it's a different CO, but usually a CO will be in there, and then I'd say like they'd be there the next day too, and then after the second day it'd be someone else for a day or two, and then another person, and then maybe that first person will come back after that person. They just keep recycling COs. So I had a CO on my second day there, did a UA test with them. It came out clean. I was like, bet. So the next day I was like, all right, I'll probably get out of here. And then the next day came, and I had a different CO, and he was like, all right, are you ready for your UA test? And I'm like, what? I already did one yesterday. And he's like, oh, well, it wasn't conducted by me, so that one doesn't count. You got to do another one. And so I did it, and it came up dirty for benzos, like fucking Xanax and shit, and a little bit of meth. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't do any of that shit. And they're like, I don't know, that's what it says. And I'm like, I want to do another one. So the next, and I fucking like, it, when he told me I had the dirty one, he's like, alright, you're gonna have to wait a week. I fucking flipped the fuck out. I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm waiting a week. I need to fucking get out of here now. I was fucking flipping shit. I had like pretty much like a fucking meltdown. And at that point, he was like I was fucking like enraged, and he was like, whoa, 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 fucking calm down. You're not planning on hurting yourself or anyone, are you? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm just pissed off right now, and I want to get the fuck out of there. And because I said that, they put me on level 2 suicide watch for a couple days, and I had to fucking see a therapist, a jail therapist, for a couple days, because of that. And then after a couple days of seeing it wasn't the same therapist. It was it was for 2 days. So the first day I had a therapist, and then the second day it was a different therapist. After the second one, they were like, "You don't need this. You don't need a fucking therapist." I'm like, "No, I know I don't need a therapist. I just fucking freaked out because you guys are saying I pissed dirty when I fucking just had a clean UA test, and I haven't done any drugs since I got in here, so there's no way I could have a dirty one." So I was like, "I want a retest." So they did. They gave me another test the next day. So day 3 or day 4, because the second day I got in there. Well, after 24 hours, I did one. And then the next day, the day I was supposed to leave, I did another one, and that was the dirty one. That's when I flipped out and shit. And because I eventually fucking, like, convinced them to do another one, the day after that, the day I was already supposed to be gone, I did another one. That came back clean. So, clean, dirty, clean, right? And then turns out I was like, okay, bet I have a clean one. Can I get the fuck out of here now? And I didn't know, like, it was clean. They didn't tell me. Eventually I found out that third one was clean, but they didn't tell me the results of that one. So I was just waiting. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I took this UA test. Am I good to go now? I didn't know if it was clean or dirty or what, but they were like, yeah, no, you still gotta wait a week, because even though the third one was fucking clean, because I had that dirty one, automatically I had to wait a week regardless. So doing that fucking third test was a waste of time. It didn't matter. I still had to wait a week. So I was like, alright, fuck it, I'll wait a week. Even though I just had 2 clean ones. Clean, dirty, then clean again. But because of that second one being dirty, I had to wait a week. Whatever. Fucking waited a week. Did it again. Came back dirty. For fucking benzos. Like fucking Xanax and shit. And each time I had a dirty one, they're like, you don't take meds, do you? Do you take any pills? I'm like, no. I came in here, I was clean. Then the next day I was dirty for no reason, and then I was clean again. And now I'm fucking dirty again? Like, I'm not fucking just popping pills every other day in here. And I don't even know where I would have gotten them. I came into this bitch clean. Now you're saying it's dirty. Then it was clean again. Now it's dirty again? They're like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You gotta wait another week now, because it's dirty again. I'm like, what the fuck? So I waited another week. Did it again. It was dirty. Again. I'm like, this is fucking horse shit, bro. So then... So... That one where I waited a week for the first time, it was July 4th. Had to wait a week again. So now I'm 2 weeks into this shit, into jail, when I should have only had 2 days. They transport me to another fucking facility, another jail, because the first jail I was at was a county jail. And basically that's just like a holding jail until like they decide or figure out whether or not you're getting released on bond, or you're going to court, or you're getting transported somewhere else. Well, I ended up getting transported somewhere else, so I got transported to a different jail at this point, a fucking detention center. And then that was on the 11th. I got transported over there, and for some reason they didn't do it that day. So, oh no, I was supposed to get the test on the 11th, but they didn't do it. But on the fucking morning of the 12th at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. they woke us up and I got transported to the detention center, the second jail. And then there I did the fucking next test. Came back dirty again for benzos and meth, a little bit of meth. I'm like, what the fuck? So at this point, I'm fucking just like, whatever. This is fucking bullshit. I figured I was gonna have to spend my whole fucking 40 days in jail at this point. So then they were like, you know the drill, you gotta wait another week. So that was the 11th, or no, the 12th. So, but it was supposed to be the 11th. So then a week after that would have been the 18th, which is today. It was fucking pretty much every Monday at this point I was doing a test. Except for the one on the 12th because I got transported on the 12th, so they didn't do one on the 11th. But so they did that one on a Tuesday. But then, 18th came around, and finally I was clean again. So it went clean, then dirty, then clean. But because of that dirty one, I had to wait a week. So it went clean, dirty, dirty, dirty again. I think I'm missing one more dirty one. Because I could have sworn I had 3 dirty ones in a row. Trying to think. So I did one on the 26th, that was clean. 27th was dirty. 28th was clean. Then I did one on the 4th, which was dirty. Then the 12th, which was dirty. No, that's right. And then finally today, the 18th, it was clean again. So I went clean, then dirty, then clean, then dirty again, then dirty again, then clean. So clean, dirty, dirty, clean. And it's fucking bullshit because the very last dirty one I did, they had me piss in the fucking UA cup and they told me to empty it, so I did. Oddly enough, they had me empty it in the fucking sink. I don't know why. And then he wanted it back. He wanted the empty, dirty fucking UA cup again. I don't know why, but I gave it to him. So I emptied the piss out of the dirty cup and I gave him the cup back. So then, a week later, which was today, I did one. Did the test. Came back clean. They told me to empty it. So I went to go empty it in the sink, and they were like, what are you doing? Empty it in the toilet. I'm like, okay, well, last time you told me to empty it in the sink. So I emptied it in the toilet. Then I went to go give it back to him because I gave the last one back to him. And they're like, what are you doing? Why are you giving us back this fucking cup? Throw it away. Well, last week you had me fucking give you the dirty cup. Now, all of a sudden, now that it's clean, you want me to throw it away? Are you fucking reusing dirty cups and giving it to people? But you're throwing away the clean ones? That makes no fucking sense at all. I think and the last week, between the last dirty one and this clean one I had, I stopped drinking the tap water there. I was drinking the tap water pretty much like every day until the last week of me being in jail. And then magically, the week I stopped drinking their fucking tap water out of the sink, magically it comes up clean again. So either one of two things is my hypothesis, my theory. Either one, the fucking water was contaminated somehow. I don't know if it's fucking people like flushing the toilet and somehow like that is coming through the sink, like some particles of fucking drugs from other people's piss or fucking people flushing drugs down the toilet. I don't know. Somehow either this water was getting contaminated or they were reusing dirty UA tests. My webcam just froze. But yeah, so that was my experience for the last fucking 3 weeks of being in jail. Other shit happened too, but I gotta reset the stream because my fucking webcam just died. So give me 1 second. So basically, they fucked me. I kept getting false positive fucking UA tests, inconsistent ones at that, because I came in clean, then it was dirty, then it was clean again, then a couple dirty ones, and then magically it was clean again. Even though the whole time I didn't do any drugs. Prior to jail, I didn't do any drugs. The most I did was drink fucking alcohol a week or a few, like 4 or 5 days before I went in. Because I knew alcohol lasts a couple days in your system, so I purposely stopped drinking a few days before I went in. And I haven't smoked anything in a year and a half almost, and I don't do pills and I don't do anything else. I don't take medications. I certainly don't do meth. Came in clean to jail. All of a sudden, after that, my piss ended up dirty, and then clean again, and then dirty again, and then clean again. I don't know what it was. I don't know if the water was contaminated or if they were reusing the fucking UA cups because they had me give them back a fucking dirty sample cup that I emptied out, but they wanted me to throw away the fucking clean one. Either way, some shady shit was going on. Cops were complete dickheads. They were calling me fucking KPPK, Kody Pill Popping Karls. They said, the fucker, like, oh, you work at Domino's? How do you still have a job there? They didn't fire your ass. Like, fucking, they were fucking being rude ass motherfuckers. Um, all sorts of shit. I almost got beat up because I grind my teeth in my sleep, and this one dude wanted to beat the shit out of me because I woke him up. And I was like, hey, bro, like, he was like, hey, stop fucking grinding your teeth, you woke me up. And I was like, bro, I can't help it. And he's like, you better fucking help it. Even though there's like 3, 4, 5 motherfuckers right next to us snoring as loud as a fucking chainsaw going off. But yet, because they're bigger and stronger than me, you're gonna pick on me because I'm grinding my teeth and I'm a little scrawny white boy. But, whatever. How's the jail food? Abysmal. I fucking barely ate anything. They almost sent me to the hole because I refused to eat their food. So I had to just fucking, it was stupid. I stayed in my bed and I'm like, I'm not getting up because I saw what they were serving one day. I'm like, I'm not going to eat any of that, so I'm going to just stay in my bed. They're like, well, you have to take this food or else we're going to put you in the hole. I'm like, wait, so you're telling me I have to fucking get out of my bed, wait in line, and grab this food that I'm not going to eat anyway because I don't like it? They're like, yeah, and if you don't, you're getting put in the hole. That's fucking stupid as hell. On top of that, people were stealing my fucking commissary, like my fucking honey buns and shit. Like you order commissary, you get fucking order chips and fucking soda and desserts, sweets. Fucking some dudes jacked my honey bun. Um, People were fucking using my PIN for the phone. Um, like sometimes I would like help out a few people and let them use my phone time. Well, one motherfucker memorized my code, and then he got sent to a different dorm and kept using that code and fucking burning up my minutes and shit and burning up my phone money without my permission or my knowings of that this was going on. So that was fucked up. So people were fucking stealing my phone time, stealing my commissary, and I'm already not eating, so that commissary is fucking what I was living on the last like week and a half or so that I was there. Um, it was fucking terrible, dude. I probably lost at least 5 pounds from just not eating anything the last few weeks, but a lot of other shit happened too. I mostly spent my time like I read a book, Jane Doe, and then after a week you get a tablet and you can like pay for movies and shit. Each day you got to pay like $8 to watch movies, but you can watch movies the whole day. So I pretty much just fucking kept spending $8 a day watching movies. I watched the whole Back to the Future trilogy for the first time. Forrest Gump I saw for the first time. Bunch of comedy movies. I rewatched some movies that it's been a while since I've seen them, but I knew they were good. They had Pokemon, the first movie, in there. Uh, there's like some movie apps on the tablet. Um, there's like 2 or 3 movie apps, and each one kind of has different movies to pick from. Pokemon, the first movie, was on there. Uh, But I mean, I didn't rewatch that because I had already watched that like a couple years ago on a drunk stream of mine. But it was cool that that was on there. And so, yeah, I rewatched some movies that I knew were good, and watched a bunch of movies that had never seen before for the first time. Um, so that was fun. Did your mom send you money? I mean, yeah, she. Luckily, a week before I went to jail, I had worked like 25 hours, so I did get a paycheck from Domino's, and she put that money pretty much on my account. On top of the fact that I had money prior to that paycheck, she was putting onto my account. So, uh, but people were fucking using it with phone time and fucking all sorts of other shit, and fucking people were just using me left and right. They put me on a top bunk bed that I could not reach. Well, the first jail, I kind of could reach it. They didn't have a ladder, but they had like one bar in the middle that you would put your foot on, and then from there you put your foot on the top of the bunk bed. But the second jail I went to didn't have that, so you just literally had to like jump up there, and I couldn't do that. So I had to switch with somebody, another top bunk, because all the bottom ones were pretty much being used up, so they wouldn't let me on a bottom bunk. But I switched with someone on the other side who they had like a wall that like next to the bed that like went up like yay big, like halfway, um, half of my height. So and that was behind the bed, so I jumped on that, and then from there I jumped onto the top bunk. But if I hadn't switched, there was no way I was gonna be able to get up on the top bunk at that second jail without that. And people were fucking making fun of me because of that, fucking because of my height and shit, and the fact that I couldn't get up there. And yeah, food was terrible. Some of the people there were fucking assholes. I'm getting fucking grouped in with. So you have like this I forget what they call it. It's like a level. Um, Shit, I wish I remember the name of it. It's like a criminal level though. I just forgot the name of it. But it basically like it dictates like how bad of a criminal you are, and the higher the level, like the more of a baby you are, and the lower of a level, the more like of a fucking hardcore criminal you are. So I was level 8. I think that's as high as you could go as far as like the fucking like jaywalking would probably be on the same level. I'm exaggerating a bit, but jaywalking would be like an example of someone who gets a level 8 ranking. Um, and then people with like gun charges and fucking like abuse, domestic abuse, fucking crimes and shit. They were getting like level 1s and level 2s, and they would just bunk all of us together. So the fucking levels didn't mean shit because level 8s are getting mixed in with level 1s and level 2s. There was a dude who was in there for fucking child porn who got off on a $15,000 bond. Um, but people are, like people like me are getting mixed in with people like that and fucking gun charges and all sorts of other shit. Yeah, it's like a wanted level, but like opposite. Like the more stars you have, like the more of like good you are, and the less stars you have is like you know how how bad you are. Um, Fuck, I wish I remember the name of what it was called. Uh, Classification rank. That's what it's called. So yeah, my classification rank was 8. But like people on gun charges and shit would be a classification rank of like level 2 or like level 1 or level 3. There's a few level 5s in there. I was fucking level 8. Were they all older or around the same age? A little bit of both. There was some fucking 20-year-olds, like mid 20s. Quite a bit of like 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds. And then a few older than that. And then there was um, kid who was like 19 in there. There's a dude from the mafia that was in there. I fucking read his like police report. He had this crazy police report. He had never been sentenced before in his life. He's this old dude, and he had fucking 5 charges. He basically he got super fucked up one night. He's like fucking taking dabs and smoking weed and fucking popping shit and fucking getting drunk. And dude was listening to Eminem, right? And he got so pissed off with what Eminem was saying, and this is a fucking true ass story. He got so pissed off with what Eminem was saying that he took his gun and started shooting his fireplace as if fucking Eminem showed up in the flames. His face was showing up in the fucking flames of the fire, and he was shooting Eminem in the face basically. I kid you not. And he fucking cops showed up and he refused like to fucking like they wanted to like arrest him for shooting off a gun in his house or whatever, and he kept resisting, um and to the point where they got the FBI, or was it the FBI or the CIA? I think it was the FBI. No, SWAT team. They got the SWAT team. That's what it was. They got the SWAT team to his house, and fucking they were like fucking gun ho on getting this guy, and then he put on a fucking gas mask, and he fucking like starts attacking them. But before he does any of that, they're like, like the SWAT team was like, and I read the police report he had. The SWAT team was like, you better fucking stop what you're doing and fucking stop resisting arrest, or else we're gonna hurt you. And then this dude was, and it says on the police report, he says, if you hurt me, you're gonna get fucked up. It had that in quotes. He told the SWAT team, it says this on the police report, he told the SWAT team, you're gonna get fucked up. And it had fucked in like F asterisk 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 up. And then before the SWAT team got there, um he went to sleep after, like, the police said, they were like, oh, okay, you're resisting arrest, we're gonna get the SWAT team. He's like, yeah, whatever. And then he went to bed, and then the SWAT team showed up, and they claimed that he was hiding under his covers when really he was just sleeping. uh but yeah, that shit was crazy. Turns out, like, I don't know for sure if he was like in the mafia or whatever, but like, dude, that's what I was being told by someone else. But crazy ass shit. Um, Crazy ass fucking shit. Should have told him about Mafia 1 and 2. Yeah, so he was really pissed off about Eminem, and the whole time he was just like, I swear, if any of you motherfuckers mention Eminem or fucking start singing Eminem, I'm gonna fucking hurt you guys. He's like, I hate that fucking cracker ass motherfucker. He's a white old dude, by the way, and he's like, I hate that cracker ass motherfucker. I want to beat the fuck out of Eminem. Did you drop the soap? No, it wasn't. It wasn't anything like that. That's more stuff that happens in prison. But the fucking shower head for the shower was a fucking empty toothpaste container, and the water was coming out of like the tube of the fucking of that was the shower head. It was a fucking empty like Colgate fucking like toothpaste uh like package or whatever you call it, tube. Um and that the water was coming out of there. So, yeah. Sounds like a ghetto jail. Kinda was, not gonna lie. Well, that was the first jail at least, because the second one didn't have that, but what is the door Rice Krispie boxes? What is the door Rice Krispie boxes? What are you talking about? Huh? What the fuck are you talking about? Were they personal showers? Yeah, I mean they had like a little cover up. Um so at least it had a little bit of privacy. The toilet not so much. At least at the first jail. It was like pretty much like a door without a door. I don't know what you call that, and then the toilet was like right there, so pretty much, but it was off a little bit to the side, but like anyone could really like fucking see you taking a shit or pissing. And when I got to the first jail, it was so fucked up. The plumbing was so fucked up. If you flushed the urinal, it would clog the toilet, and if you flushed the toilet, it would clog the urinal. So for the first week at that first jail, everyone was just using the fucking toilet for everything, and no one was using the urinal. But new people would constantly come in and out of the place, and they didn't know that, so they were fucking up the plumbing. So that was fun. Did the jail have doors made from Rice Krispies? No, but they had fucking generic ass fucking cereal, cornflakes and Rice Crisps, in these like small ass like white container fucking like 25-cent boxes. Did have Fruit Loops for the first time though at the second jail. They had that for a day or two in our breakfast. So I tried Fruit Loops for the first time. It was not as good as Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but it was alright. But yeah, mostly I didn't eat most of the food there because it was fucking slop. Um, Worse than like cafeteria food, I'd say. That you would get at school and shit. They had fucking turkey dogs, which is surprisingly one of the only things I did eat when given to us. They only gave it to us like a couple times, but everyone pretty much threw those away. That was one of the only things I could actually eat. Wasn't that great. On the 4th of July though, they did have real hot dogs, and so I ate those too. Obviously, those were all right. Cheap ass fucking ketchup packets. Though it was just literally a red packet that said ketchup. um, that I struggled so hard to get open and shit. But not gonna lie, Cody, I was thinking about going to jail for life. What? But hearing this, I don't want to anymore. Rather be homeless. Yeah, the 4th of July was a burger for lunch, and then 2 hot dogs for dinner. So that was probably one of the only days I actually ate almost everything that was given to me. Because most of the days, like, they'd give you like these dinner rolls or like bread rolls, and those were like some of the only thing. I was pretty much living off of that um, most of the days, and then I would just give away the rest of the shit, or throw it away. And then they had this really shitty soup with crackers. I would just eat the crackers. So I was pretty much living off of fucking bread rolls and crackers for 3 weeks. Um, First jail was pretty lit for breakfast. It was always the same thing. It'd be some shitty ass off-brand cereal and then 2 donuts. Uh, they weren't amazing donuts. They were like just plain donuts with a little bit of fucking sugar on top, like little brown donuts with like some white coated uh, um, powdered sugar on top. Uh, some days were better than others as far as the donuts go. Like sometimes they would skimp you on the donuts as far as the sugar, but and then sometimes they were fucking like hard and crunchy, but most of the time, they were pretty alright. So the first jail was cool in that regard. I pretty much ate the donuts and then just fucking did not eat their shitty ass cereal. Um, but then lunch and dinner, I almost always never ate. So I was living off of fucking donuts, bread rolls, and fucking crackers for the most part. No SpaghettiOs? No SpaghettiOs. Did the inmates make the food? No, but with commissary, they got rid of the fucking ramen noodles, but you could still order them in something called an eye care, which someone from the outside would send you like an eye care package, and those had ramen noodles in it. But unfortunately, when I got there, they had just removed ramen noodles from the commissary list for whatever reason. So the only way to obtain them was in eye care packages. But I did trade some sweets for some ramen noodles one day, and I made a jail brick, and you know, put some flaming hot Cheetos in that bitch, and that was pretty good. So I had top ramen chili flavored noodles with flaming hot Cheetos. That was probably one of the best meals I had up in that shit, up in that bitch. Um, but yeah, and then we would just put the water and then put that shit in a microwave for like a couple minutes. And the first jail didn't have a microwave, but the second one did. So yeah, I ate that one of my last meals there. And yeah, some other shit happened. Like I said, the cops were calling me Kody Pill Poppin' Karls. I kind of created my fucking like my own little gang. We were the Benzo Boys with a Z. People were calling me K Dog. I told them about like Dominoes and shit, so people were calling me Domino Shooter because I had mentioned that was my nickname at one point. So some people were calling me K Dog, some people were calling me Domino Shooter. I got KK. Um, it's funny because I have a fucking debit card that says K Dog on it. A Cash App card. Um, I got someone to call me K Dog. What up, K Dog? Whoop. Fucking barking noise. God damn it. Woof woof. Uh, hey, Sir Chauncelot. Um, so yeah, I mean that it was an interesting experience for sure, but I'm glad that it's over and I'm never going back there. No more drinking and driving. Luckily, that's all behind me. 2-year long journey finally over. Well, after I get this bracelet off next week, but the worst of it is pretty much behind me, and I can finally move on with my life. I'm gonna be moving out of my mom's house here pretty soon, probably in August. Um, so don't get used to this scenery for much longer. I will be moving soon again, and hopefully I won't be back here. My mom's planning on moving out of here anyway herself, so um, but I'm gonna be moving in with some coworkers that are more around my age than the last coworker that I had when I moved out the first time. But no more people town. So yeah, in a nutshell, that was my jail experience. I'm sure there's some other bits and pieces that I had neglected to mention. I still don't know why my fucking hair is all messy. I'm gonna water it up real quick. Wow, that did not help at all. I just put water in my hair and it's still sticking up. I look like fucking Captain Falcon. God damn it. Well, whatever. We'll just rock it. I could wear a beanie again. Remember when I used to wear a beanie during my gameplays? That was during my Ocarina of Time OG playthrough, 2016. Yeah, there's no helping that. But yeah, that was my jail experience in a nutshell. Um, it's cool that I got the experience and got to see what it was like, but I will definitely not be going back there. Will I be at the meetup in 2022? Probably not, cause don't. I've missed out on 3 weeks of work, and I'm in the midst of fucking. Well, first I was in the middle of like trying to become a GM at Domino's, and then like prove myself, and then ended up going to jail, so that didn't really help. But I want to work on trying to secure that at some point. And then also, I'm going to be working on trying to move out here. But next year is definitely looking like a possibility for sure. Did you do anything else other than watching movies and reading? Uh, not oh, card games. I was playing a lot of card games. I learned how to play spades and rummy and war. So uh, I played a lot of spades and then a good bit of rummy. Only played war like once or twice. But I learned how. Yeah, that was a really easy game. But spades was fun. Rummy was fun. So I played a lot of card games. I learned how to play dominoes. Uh, Ironic enough, dominoes is playing dominoes. That's another thing they called me. But I'm used to that being a nickname of mine. Fucking dominoes, you know. They'd call me that at the bar a lot because I'd fucking come in right after work. Fucking domino shit on at the bar, so I'm used to being called dominoes. But yeah, so like I said, there's other shit that I haven't mentioned, but I'm sure if it comes to me, I will mention it. But for the most part, that is my experience with jail. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this as like probably upload this as like a separate video for YouTube. I had to split it up because my webcam froze. This is probably part 1 and part 2. This is the end of part 2. That is my jail experience for 2020 and hopefully for the rest of my life. Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll never have to go back there. Like I said, interesting to have the experience and say that, hey, I've been to jail. So I have that under my belt, can cross that off my bucket list. Never thought I'd be on a bucket list going to jail, but hey, I can fucking tell that to my kids one day if I ever have any. Probably not. But, you know, in case I ever do, I could be like, yeah, fucking Daddy Kody, Daddy K-Dog went to jail one time and got fucked. Not literally, but figuratively by the man, the system. The system fucked me. Fucked my ass up. Um, but yeah. And so I can say I've been to jail, and hopefully I can say I'll never be back there ever again. So yeah. That's it. That's it for my jail experience for me, K-Dog, Kody Karls. Glad it's over.